Now, count on 2, live and local in the Lowcountry. This is News 2 Midday.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for watching News 2 Midday. Happy Monday. I'm Temple Ricky. The home or work order is now voluntary here in South Carolina. It was lifted at 12:01 this morning. News 2's Olivia Parsons explains that a lot of changes are coming way and restaurants in the state can now provide outdoor dining services.
People coming from outside of the state, including
an emergency meeting today for Isle of Palm City Council. They plan to discuss when entry checkpoints and access restrictions will end. City Council will also consider closing part of Ocean Boulevard so restaurants can use overflow outdoor seating. Council voted Saturday to keep entry access restrictions and checkpoints in place from 8 to 5 until Tuesday. The city will also restrict parking. Restrictions are still in place for short-term rentals, hotels, and overnight accommodations for 29 days or less. Mount Pleasant leaders are sending a resolution to the Isle of Palms and Sullivan's Island. It urges leaders to open access to public beaches and waterways for all. Town Council passed the resolution one day after council member Jake Rambo said only restricting beach access for non-residents isn't fair. Mount Pleasant Mayor Will Haney says the goal of the resolution is to reopen beaches for recreation and exercise. Isle of Palms Mayor Jimmy Carroll says he disagrees with Councilman Rambo's position. Sullivan's Island Mayor Pat O'Neill says he believes the council made the right decision to protect both residents and visitors. Some Boeing South Carolina employees are back at work. Third shift 787 workers reported last night and first and second shift workers returned this morning. Boeing South Carolina says personal protective equipment is readily available. The company also says they've increased safety measures. This includes pressure washing the restrooms and adding hand sanitizer stations. Boeing encourages returning workers to wear face masks. Voluntary temperature screening stations that use no-touch thermal scanners are also available. The Senate returns to Capitol Hill today. Senators are expected to discuss coronavirus relief. The House is not returning to Washington, D.C. because of a rising number of COVID-19 cases in the area. The town of Somerville Public Works Services are back to normal today. Yard debris and bulk pickup was adjusted back in April because of the pandemic. A state of emergency is now in effect for Somerville through next Thursday, May 14th. All town offices are closed to the public. The Marines say until recently, they separated recruits in 25-person tents at Parris Island. Several of those recruits did test positive for COVID-19. Patriots Point is set to reopen this month. Workers are installing ultraviolet light, air purifiers, and new hand sanitizing stations. The USS Yorktown and other aircrafts at the Naval and Maritime Museum were painted, cleaned, and repaired while the museum was closed. When it reopens on May 15th, visitors will only have access to self-guided tours. Overnight camping operations will remain suspended.